Today, I'm going to be editing myself into 3 anime screenshots. The 3 anime I'm inserting myself in today are Healing Good Precure, Doki Doki Precure, and Heartcatch Precure. I have no idea how I ended up doing all Precure, but whatever. The goal is to make each screenshot look as convincing as I can with my character, which means I'm going to have to change my design a little bit in each one to match the aesthetic of the show. Sadly, I can't just paste myself in and make it work. But I still want it to be me, if that makes sense, so my hairstyle and horns are going to stay intact. That way my overall silhouette isn't too different. Also, I came up with the clothes she's wearing on the fly because I felt like it would be cheating if I did design work before this, which I know doesn't really make a whole lot of sense since I just made all this up. Anyway, let's go. First up is, drum rolls please. Healing Good, like every other Precure, is about a group of cute girls that fight to defend the universe as we know it. In this season, we follow the sweet Nodoka, the cool-headed Chiyu, and the bubbly air-headed Hinata. Nodoka suffered from a severe mystery illness for years, and eventually after many hospital stays got better. So now she can go to school and do healthy girl activities, even if she isn't great at them. In this season, they fight these goons, which are basically humanoid viruses that are trying to destroy the Earth so they can live on it. I don't think Healing Good is high ranking on a lot of people's Precure lists. It sadly suffered from airing in 2020, which, yes, is ironic given the theme, and only got 45 out of the usual 49 to 50 episodes. Truthfully, it has a lot of flaws, but I do really enjoy this season. I won't spoil too much, but I really liked Nodoka. I also suffer from health issues, and even though the plot twist on why she was so sick was a bit unrelatable, I still found her struggles to be meaningful to me. Even though she got better, it meant a lot to see a protagonist in an anime like this who struggled in a similar fashion to me. Healing Good style is pretty typical for Precure. Big glittery eyes, shiny hair, you know, the works. But one thing that stood out to me this season is that the girls themselves are kind of muted outside their cure forms. And as a matter of fact, everything is pretty pastel other than like the villains who each have like a pop of brighter color. Daruzen is teal, Shindawini is purple, the green guy is green, and Batatomota has orange, which left the color pink for me. Wait, yeah, I'm a villain in each of these only because my character doesn't really fit how the protagonists look with the horns and all. So life of villainy it is. This style was tough for me for some reason. I don't really know why, but you'll see the eyes gave me some problems. In general, this one is the closest to my design because I didn't have to do a ton of edits to her colors. Her outfit was really simple. I just referenced Shindawini. And on top of that, all of their outfits are black and red, so I didn't have to think too hard about it. You might notice that I line with the anti-aliasing off on my brush, and that's just because I find lining like that on like a smaller canvas like this is a lot easier. I just end up smoothing it when I'm done. Finding screenshots where I felt like an extra character could reasonably fit was kind of difficult. I chose this screenshot specifically because Batatomota is my favorite out of like the generals of this season. I was so excited when he popped up. See, I really like the animal characters, like for example, Wolf Run. I just think they're really cool. So I was really excited whenever he popped up. Whenever the Nutria got infected by the seed, I figured what they were going to be dealing with was sick animals. But whenever it like turned into a whole character, I was like, okay, this is way off from what I thought was going to happen. But I was excited nonetheless. Do not ask me why I drew myself looking just utterly pissed off at him, even though he's my favorite character. I don't know. I figured it just matched the vibe. All in all, I'm pretty happy with this screenshot, even if at some point it made me want to rip my hair out a little bit. This, at this point, I think is what I was talking about with the eyes. Like, even though the eyes look so simple, for some reason, it just was not clicking for me. So I ended up trying to paint them, and then I just trashed it because I could not figure it out. I think in the end, I figured it out. Even if a style is somewhat similar to your style, like for example, I'm pretty anime in my art style, it's still interesting to see see the different ways of doing things and the different stylistic habits that I had that I didn't really realize, and letting them go is harder than one might think. And drawing eyes or painting eyes in a specific way is definitely one of those things. Speaking of eyes, what's neat about this season is that each of the generals have like colored pupils instead of it just being black, so I didn't have to change the color of my pupils. My biggest regret in terms of design with this season is that I don't know if keeping the two-tone hair was a good idea, since none of the other characters have that, so I don't know if it makes her stick out in a way that is like she's not from this. You guys can let me know. I don't know. I'm kind of like half and half on it. Also, they also have horns. I didn't have to change that either. Kind of neat. Woohoo! That's the first one done. Let me know if this would trick you if you never saw this screenshot. And on to the next one. The next screenshot we're editing is from Doki Doki Precure, which happens to be my favorite season. In this Precure, we follow Mana, who is Cure Heart, who is my favorite Cure, not only in her design, which I absolutely love, but also in her personality. She's such a sweet person that's always trying to do her best for other people. I think she's a really good role model. In this season, they're trying to stop these guys, which are called the Selfish Trio, and they basically make monsters based off of your selfish desire or a selfish thought. I love the characters this season. I love all the cures. And the last season, I think it was only 4 cures altogether, but in this season, there's several different cures, and I also really love the villains in this season. I just love everybody. I could not find a reasonable screenshot that really had no other characters in it, so sadly I had to get rid of Rika. This is about Mana, not Rika, because Mana's my favorite. I just decided that my character might be appearing behind her. It was a massive pain to put her behind Mana and not accidentally color over Mana's lines. I never want to do that again. It was such a pain in the butt. All the villains in this one have a whitish color hair. Like, it's not a pure white. Each of them have like a tone to it. Like, some of them have like a bluish tone or like a greenish tone. So I just decided mine would be white, but it has like a pink cast on it. You'll also see while I'm working on this, I tried to give myself green eyes, but the thing is that they all have like yellowish eyes, and I decided that it just looked too different from the rest of them to give her the green eyes, so I just ended up going with the yellow eyes. In terms of art style, I surprisingly did not have that hard of a time. I don't know why. It kind of clicked for me a little bit. I can see certain places where I kind of messed up, I feel like, but in general, I think I did a pretty good job. I'm actually pretty happy with this one, I won't lie. And that's kind of all I have to say for this one. Since it was a close-up, I didn't really have to think about the clothes at all. I did kind of give her an ascot, which is sort of cringe, but in general, I like how this one turned out, and I don't have much more to say. And here is the finished screenshot. I really like this one. I think this one is actually my favorite. I don't know. I just like it. On to the next one. I can't exactly recap Heartcatch Precure because I haven't finished it. I really like Marine. The reason that I did this art style was because it's just so different in terms of Precure. I'm pretty sure it's like the most different style that they've ever done, and honestly, if they wanted to do something like this again, I fully support them because it is so much fun. My character, I specifically based her off of Sassarina because she is my favorite out of all of the bad guys. I also loosely based her off of this guy, which I think his name is Kojabra, but I can't fully remember. It's something like that. I haven't seen a whole lot of him. All the characters in the show are actually a lot of fun, especially design-wise. My character's outfit is just totally whack. I'm not sure what I was thinking there. I had a vision, but I did not have glasses. For some reason, this was the fastest one that I ended up completing. Like, I think this one took me less than an hour to complete. I was just really fast with it, and I'm not 100% sure why, because this style is not, I would almost say this style is not even close to how I usually draw, but for some reason, I was just quick with it, and I actually think that it's pretty convincing. And here it is. I really like how this one turned out. Well, I like how all of them turned out, honestly, but this one I feel like might be the most convincing. Even if her outfit is kind of crazy, I do feel like this could trick somebody. And that's all the screenshots. Please let me know which one was your favorite, and if you happen to watch Precure, please let me know what is your favorite season, because I really want to know. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day.